Good morning and happy Valentine's Day to all our listeners out there. We're starting off the day with some big news in the world of crypto. And as always, we're here to break it all down for you. I'm joined by my co-host, and together we'll dive into the top stories that are moving the markets today.
That's right. It's going to be a packed show today. But let's start with some interesting news out of the sports world. Stablecoin giant Tether has just announced that it's buying a minority stake in the Juventus soccer club.
That's right. Tether Investments shared the news on Twitter, calling it a strategic minority stake in the iconic Italian football club. This is definitely an unexpected move, but it shows just how far-reaching the influence of crypto and blockchain is becoming.
Absolutely. We've seen more and more sports teams and leagues embracing crypto, whether it's through sponsorship deals or even launching their own tokens. This move by Tether takes it to a whole new level, though. I mean, Juventus is one of the most successful and beloved soccer clubs in the world.
And it's not just about the brand recognition. This deal could have some real-world implications for the club and its fans. We'll be keeping an eye on this story to see how it all plays out.
Switching gears, we have some positive news from the world of law enforcement. The FBI has announced that its Operation Level Up initiative has stopped crypto fraud victims from losing over $285 million.
That's right. According to the FBI, Operation Level Up has already saved more than 4,300 victims from falling prey to crypto investment scams. This is a huge win, considering that crypto investment fraud losses were estimated to be around $3.9 billion in 2023 alone.
The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, or IC3, has been working hard to track down and prevent these types of scams. It's a tough job, but it's clear that their efforts are paying off.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We'll be exploring more stories like this throughout the episode, including some updates on the latest regulatory developments and market trends. It's going to be a wild ride, so buckle up and let's dive in.
Before we move on to our next story, I want to highlight just how important it is for investors to stay vigilant and do their own research. These scams are getting more sophisticated all the time, and it's up to each of us to protect ourselves and our assets.
Absolutely. We'll have some expert analysis and advice on how to avoid falling victim to these types of scams later in the show. But for now, let's keep the conversation going. What do you think about Tether's move into the sports world? And what implications do you see for the broader crypto market?
As we were just discussing, the rise of meme coins has been a defining feature of the crypto space over the past year. And it seems like that trend is only gaining momentum, with new platforms and tools emerging to support the creation and trading of these tokens.
That's right. I was just reading about the launch of Pump.fun's new mobile app, which allows users to create and trade Solana-based meme coins on the go. It's an interesting development, especially given the growing popularity of meme coins on the Solana blockchain.
Yeah, Solana has definitely become a hub for meme coin activity, and Pump.fun is capitalizing on that trend with its new app, which promises to make it easy for users to create, buy, and sell meme coins, as well as manage their portfolios and set up watch lists.
It's also worth noting that Pump.fun is positioning itself as a platform for creators and traders to connect and participate in the meme coin ecosystem. By providing a user-friendly interface and a range of tools and features, Pump.fun is hoping to become the go-to platform for meme coin enthusiasts.
Speaking of which, it seems like some creators are already taking advantage of Pump.fun's platform to launch their own meme coins. I was reading about a recent incident involving Sahil Arora, a notorious celebrity meme coin creator who used Pump.fun to launch a fake dog coin inspired by Binance founder Changpeng CZJO's dog Broccoli.
Yeah, that's a wild story. Apparently, Aurora created the coin using the same wallet that he used to launch the official Caitlyn Jenner meme coin last year. And then he had the nerve to gloat about it on social media, claiming that it was his best scam yet.
It's amazing to see how brazen some of these scammers can be. But at the same time, it's also a reminder of the risks and uncertainties of the crypto space, particularly when it comes to meme coins and other speculative assets.
Absolutely. As we've discussed before, the meme coin space is largely unregulated and subject to all sorts of manipulation and exploitation. It's essential for investors to be cautious and do their own research before getting involved in any of these projects.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Pump.fun platform evolves and how it addresses some of these concerns around scams and manipulation. In the meantime, it's clear that the meme coin space is only going to continue to grow and evolve with new players and platforms emerging all the time.
And we'll be here to cover it all, every step of the way. Whether it's the latest developments in the world of meme coins or the broader trends and themes shaping the crypto space, we'll be bringing you the latest news and analysis to help you stay informed and ahead of the curve.
We've been discussing the rise of cryptocurrency adoption in various countries, and earlier we touched on El Salvador's bold move to make Bitcoin a legal tender. I think it's worth diving deeper into the story behind this decision.
Absolutely, and a great place to start is the surfing village of Zonte, which is often referred to as ground zero for El Salvador's Bitcoin experiment. CoinDesk recently visited the village to see how it's developing, and what they found was quite fascinating.
That's right. El Zonte has experienced a massive inflow of investment and tourism since President Nayib Bukele made the announcement. It's become a hub for Bitcoin enthusiasts and entrepreneurs, with many businesses now accepting the cryptocurrency as payment.
Building on what we discussed earlier about the potential for cryptocurrency to boost local economies, El Zonte is a prime example of this in action. The village has seen a significant increase in economic activity, with new businesses opening up and existing ones expanding their operations.
Speaking of expanding operations, the world's longest-running crypto conference, Consensus, is set to land in Hong Kong for the first time next week. The event promises to offer a unique viewpoint into digital assets in Asia, with a packed schedule of programming and special events.
That's right. Consensus Hong Kong will take place from February 18th, 20, and will feature a range of speakers and panel discussions on topics such as decentralized finance, non-fungible tokens, and the future of cryptocurrency regulation.
It's interesting to note that Consensus is expanding its reach into Asia, which is a region that's seen significant growth in cryptocurrency adoption in recent years. This event could provide valuable insights into the current state of the market and what we can expect in the future.
And with El Salvador's Bitcoin experiment continuing to make headlines, it will be interesting to see how other countries in the region respond to the growing interest in cryptocurrency. Will we see more countries following in El Salvador's footsteps? Or will they take a more cautious approach?
These are all questions that will likely be discussed at Consensus Hong Kong, and we'll be keeping a close eye on the event to bring you the latest updates and insights.
In the meantime, we'd love to hear from our listeners. What do you think about El Salvador's Bitcoin experiment, and do you think other countries will follow suit? Let us know on our social media channels, and we'll feature some of your responses in our next episode.
As we were discussing earlier, token burning has become a popular strategy for projects to manage supply and boost prices. We've got a great example of this with SafeMoon, which has just burned a significant portion of its SFM supply.
That's right, and it looks like this move is part of a bigger plan. SafeMoon is launching a new meme coin on Solana, and SFM holders will be able to swap their tokens for this new coin.
So it seems like they're trying to create a new opportunity for their community, despite the current low liquidity levels. This could be a way for SFM holders to sell their tokens and get involved with a new project.
Exactly. And speaking of new opportunities, we've also seen some interesting developments in the world of fan tokens. You might recall that Tether recently invested in Juventus FC, and that's had a big impact on the price of their fan token, Juve.
Yeah, I saw that Juve rose by 200% after the investment was announced. And it's not just Juventus. Other soccer club fan tokens like Lazio and Porto have also seen significant price jumps.
It's clear that Tether's investment has generated a lot of excitement in the market, and it's worth noting that this is part of a broader trend where we're seeing more and more mainstream companies get involved in the crypto space.
Absolutely. We've talked about this before, but it's worth repeating. As more institutional investors and big-name companies enter the market, we can expect to see more price movements like this.
And it's not just about the prices either. This kind of investment can also help to drive adoption and increase awareness of crypto and blockchain technology.
So what do you think is driving this trend? Is it just a case of FOMO, or is there something more fundamental at play?
I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. On the one hand, you have companies like Tether that are looking to get involved in the crypto space and capitalize on the growth potential. On the other hand, you have a lot of investors who are eager to get in on the ground floor of what could be a major new trend.
That makes sense. And it's worth noting that this trend is not limited to fan tokens or even just crypto. We're seeing a broader shift towards digital ownership and community engagement. And that's something that could have far-reaching implications.
Absolutely. As we continue to follow this story, it'll be interesting to see how it develops and how it intersects with other trends in the crypto space.
As we wrap up today's show, I want to circle back to a story that caught my attention earlier: the Abu Dhabi Sovereign Wealth Fund's massive investment in BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. $436 million is no small sum, and it's clear that institutional investors are still very much interested in crypto.
That's right. And it's not just the amount that's notable, but also the fact that it's a sovereign wealth fund making this investment. This could signal a growing trend of traditional investors looking to diversify their portfolios with crypto assets.
Exactly. And it's interesting to consider this in the context of our earlier discussion about Bitcoin's recent weekend skids. With the world's largest crypto declining for 5 consecutive weekends, some might be wondering if this is a sign of a larger bearish trend.
But as we mentioned earlier, this weekend skid phenomenon is unusual, even for Bitcoin. According to Standard Charter's Jeff Kendrick, this isn't normal price action for the crypto market, and it's possible that we're due for a reversal.
And with Mubadala's significant investment in the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, it's clear that some big players are betting on a bullish future for crypto. This could be a contrarian indicator suggesting that the recent downturn is just a blip on the radar.
Of course, it's impossible to predict the future with certainty, but it's clear that the fundamentals of the crypto market are still strong. Institutional investment, adoption, and innovation are all on the rise, which bodes well for the long-term outlook.
So, what are the key takeaways from today's show? For one, institutional investors are still very much interested in crypto, and sovereign wealth funds are starting to take notice. 2, Bitcoin's recent weekend skids are unusual and may be due for a reversal.
And 3, despite short-term market fluctuations, the fundamentals of the crypto market remain strong. As we head into the weekend, it'll be interesting to see if Bitcoin can break its streak of declines and set a new course for the week ahead.
That's all for today's show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you all on the flip side.
Don't forget to follow us on social media for the latest crypto news and updates, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.